You know, in the crypto world, fortunes can be made overnight, but they can also vanish in the blink of an eye. Today, we're going to dive into the story of how the Trump family watched about $1 billion of their net worth just evaporate during the recent crypto crash.
Yeah, you heard that right. $1 billion. That is the staggering paper loss we're talking about here. It just goes to show you how fast the crypto tide can turn, even for huge players who decided to go all in.
So, what on earth caused this? Well, this wasn't something that just happened to them in a vacuum. The entire market took a massive hit. After hitting an incredible all-time high back in early October, Bitcoin just plunged. It dropped 30%, and it dragged pretty much the whole digital asset market down with it.
And just to put that 30% drop into perspective for you, analysts figure that $1 trillion with a T was wiped off the global crypto market since that peak in October. This was a total bloodbath across the board, really fueled by a ton of economic uncertainty and a massive sell-off of anything considered a risky asset. Okay, so to really get how they could lose $1 billion, you gotta understand just how deep they were in the game. This wasn't a casual side hobby for them. They built a full-on crypto empire. The source material we're looking at calls it a soup-to-nuts crypto empire, and honestly, that's the perfect way to describe it. I mean, the Trumps weren't just passively buying some coins here and there. Nope, they were building an entire crypto ecosystem from the ground up. We're talking everything from mining operations to digital finance companies. And here are the main pieces of that empire. First, they launched their very own meme coin, the Trump coin. Then they set up a Bitcoin mining operation. They also created a company called World Liberty Financial to issue tokens. And even their existing company, Trump Media and Technology, started diving deeper and deeper into the crypto space. What's really wild is when you look at the timing of all this, their big crypto push happened to line up perfectly with a massive bull run in the market. They launched all these ventures right as things were heating up, and their paper fortune ballooned, peaking right alongside the market's all-time high in early October. Talk about riding the wave, right before it crashed. All right, now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's really dissect this crash. We're going to look at exactly how each of their assets performed during this downturn and see how it all snowballed into that jaw-dropping billion-dollar figure. First up, and this one is a doozy, is their most visible asset, the Trump meme coin. Just look at this. It went from a peak of $45 all the way down to $5.73. Ouch. Yeah, that's a 90% drop. 90%. And look, for something like a meme coin, which is built almost entirely on hype and social media buzz, a market downturn like this isn't just bad. It's catastrophic. And these numbers prove it. And the pain didn't stop with the meme coin. Oh no, it was felt across their entire portfolio. The Trump coin down nearly 90%. Their World Liberty token down about 50%. And the Trump Media and Technology stock tumbled about 70%. You couldn't have planned it worse. It was a perfect storm that just hammered all their major ventures at the exact same time. So what's the bottom line? Well, according to a pretty credible financial source, the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, they put the total hit to the family's fortune at roughly $1 billion, dropping them from $7.7 billion down to $6.7 billion since the market started to go south. So you lose $1 billion on paper, what do? How do you react? Well, the Trump family's public response is honestly one of the most fascinating parts of this whole story. You might expect them to go quiet, right? Maybe panic a little? Nope, not at all. They've been completely defiant. Despite these massive paper losses, they're still out there on social media actively promoting their crypto ventures. In fact, it's the complete opposite of panic. When Eric Trump was asked by Bloomberg about this whole downturn, he called it a great buying opportunity. I mean, that's the classic crypto investor mindset, right? When there's blood in the streets, you don't sell, you buy more. And this all really brings us to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? In a market that's literally defined by these insane, wild swings, where do you draw the line? Is a 90% drop a complete catastrophe, or is it just the sale of a lifetime? In the volatile world of crypto, that's the billion-dollar question every single investor has to answer for themselves.